Welcome back to part 2 of the tutorial for developing routine network maintenance worksite protection plans as a document writer. Now firstly, I'd like to apologize for the blurry text in the last video, but I'm hoping that the voiceover should have been enough to clarify anything there that you couldn't read. So apparently it's a zooming problem, so let's do that now and zoom in. Okay, so at the top here we have our first yellow fields. So that's the signalist panel location and their phone number. So let's put that in for our example of Lithgow Yard box. Next up is the type of work. Now, if it's the same team doing the same thing each time, then you can pre-fill the field in with your text. If it's going to be different teams over different disciplines doing different things, then I would leave that blank and let the PO on the day fill that out. Next up is the worksite location. Now the template has room for worksites that have up to 1 to 2 tracks. Now if you have only one track, you can simply delete some of these fields by doing that. Right click and then delete cells, delete row, and there you have it. And then you just have to fix up these borders. Or if you have more than 2 tracks, then you can get a bit creative and do something like this. So here's something I prepared earlier. Now for these larger work sites with multiple tracks, what you can do is add these checkboxes, add this little brackets text here. So that way you can split the individual lines into their boxes. You can do the same for the individual reference points that you use to identify the worksite limits, or you can bunch them up like this. Once again, talk to your protection officer to see what their preferences are in regards to how they want the worksite location to. Moving on to the warning method. Now, it just so happens in this example that we are actually using what's in the template. But if you had something different, you can simply just edit the text in the field. So the rest of the information here, you can simply fill straight from the worksite protection plan from the PO. If you need more spaces for things like minimum warning time calculations, you can just simply highlight, right click, insert, and insert rows below, and they'll give you more cells. So for this example, here's one I provided earlier. Right. So in this example, we've got a maximum track speed of 90 kilometers, 2 lookouts. There's our lookout locations, and here's our minimum warning time calculations and our safe places for lookouts and workers. Okay, that's it for filling in the worksite protection plan form of the routine network maintenance worksite protection plan. Go take a break, and I'll see you in the next video when we come back to fill in the instructions.